Hi there, welcome to Nursing 281, fall of 2015. My name is Sue Simpson. I'm the lead instructor for this course, and this is the Blackboard portion that I'm introducing you to. This is a hybrid course, so 50% of the theory material will be delivered online, so it is your responsibility to be very familiar with what's going on here. When you open this course, you will go to the announcements page, which is right here. This has a lot of things. You can just scroll down and see what's going on. For example, I have participation points in my course up to a maximum of 10. Here's your first opportunity is to attend the disciplinary hearing for the Board of Registered Nursing. It's a great opportunity. Also, we want you to put your image up on Blackboard. This really helps us as instructors knowing whose material we're looking at. We do know your names, but we don't always remember them, so it's nice to have a face and a name together. And here's one way to text and get voice alerts about Blackboard. I've used it in the past. I have had to turn it off because sometimes it makes me crazy. Too many announcements. And so I will put announcements up here and they automatically shoot to your email. So if you get something and there's nothing in it, check the announcements page because maybe there's a video clip up there or something that just didn't translate well into the email system. So you'll look here is your announcements, my grades. I can't open that because I don't have grades. It won't work for me. Here's a content. This is just all the generic content that comes from Iggy's textbook. I think these are the same resources that you find on Evolve website, but I left it up here if you want to look at them. You know, you can go in here and download PowerPoints and how to prepare for exams. They give you some tips. It's basically nothing in that one, but it's the same as what you have on the website. Within the first few weeks, I'd like you to come and meet with me. This is where you sign up to do that. This is called a wiki, and you just click on Meet with Sue, and it should open up. Why did you not? Meet with Sue. Oh, silly. So it opens up like this. You then click on Edit Wiki Content, and then you put your name in wherever you want to, whatever time zone you want to be at. So it kind of regenerates itself. So you'd put it in here, and I'm not going to, and submit it. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to go see myself. And then we go into the course materials, exams. Our exams are all online. We have them in the library in the back in room 1201. And the first one is on the 17th at 1 p.m. That just says 1 m, but it should be 1 p.m. And we have 3 exams and a final. So those are all online. It's through Blackboard, and it's delivered just like the NCLEX is delivered to you. Then comes down to weeks at a glance. This is kind of a nice little quick view. We know there's going to be 2 sims that you'll be attending. Please make note of this Kaiser groups because once you will go, all the Kaiser people will go on a Saturday, which is 10:10, and then 11:25, yes, the day before Thanksgiving, yes, it's true, you will be all attending on a Wednesday. So that is coming up. And then I refer to this often to figure out what's going on. I did want to point out to you that if you have an exam, there's no class following. I have an online class. I realize that you're not going to read for the class if you have an exam, so I'm not going to even ask you to. Next is the syllabus and study aids. There's lots of things in here. You can explore through this. This is the syllabus. I've also gone over it. So please watch this video. And it'll go through the syllabus with you, the test plan for the current NCLEX test plan, study tips, and animations. These are kind of cool. And then audio and key points, which are audio and print. This is something that came out of the 6th edition of Iggy, and I've kept it because it's a cool thing. I've also put this into your individual. I'll show you when I get further into this. So now if you click on that, this seems to be taking some time, but it's going to open up into the 6th edition of Evolve website. So what happens here is that you can either download a print of the key points of the chapter, or you can go in here and load them in, and it's taken a while to do this. So why is that happening? So it loads like that. You can get audio or print. So say you want to go to chapter 49, and then if you clicked on the audio, you would hear a voice of a woman who is talking about chapter 49. So what a lot of students do is they download that and put it on their MP3 or their phone and listen to it while they're driving back and forth. So other options here, there's some notes by Tanya from a Weaver from a few semesters back, and some alternative note making, and I'll go into detail with this in class if you like. This is kind of what the notes look like when I went to nursing school. This was what my notebook looked like. So I'll tell you how I did that if you want. Weekly content. This is the part you're going to be going in and out of all the time. So when it comes time to go to class, before you come on the 27th, you're going to go into week 1, which is concepts of aging, cultures, and rehab. And everything is into need to know and nice to know. So need to know, you need to do this stuff here. So read chapter 3, 4, and 8 in Iggy before class. Bring to class this case study. It's in a document or a PowerPoint. Some people like one or the other. And then here's get to the point lectures. And there's one on geriatric syndrome. So it's a PowerPoint. You can download that and listen to it, or you can just do the MP3 of it. So the PowerPoint, you would just watch a PowerPoint, and it has audio to it as well. So these are to be done prior to coming to class. And then there's some videos that I think are amazing and worth watching. And here's some nice to know videos. This is a new one I just found on Alzheimer's Inspiration. Anyways, that's what every one of them look like. So if you go back to weekly content and going into the next week, which is end of life, it tells you what I want you to do before we come to class on the 3rd of September. And you see not all of them have things in them. So once again, here is the need to know. The nice to know, here's those key points I was talking about again. So the key points for any chapters assigned are on here. These are all nice to know documents. Don't try and make yourself crazy by trying to read absolutely everything, but there are some things that you might find helpful. My goal is to try and meet everyone's needs. Some people do really well of just reading the textbook. Some people like to read articles. And then if it says here, online lecture of nursing management and mobility needs, here's that down here, and it will open up into this format. And this is not one that you can actually download. It's in a different program that won't allow you to download. Oh, it's taking such a time to open. Here we go. It should. Okay, so here it is, and it's my voice talking, and then you'll see slides and a picture of me, and that's how it goes. And anyways, so that's what is on under weekly content. Here's a section about ATI. Here's a section under your assignments. Your assignment for your group paper. You will have, I'd like you to watch this. There's a couple little videos here, one by Weird Al and one by Rita Barden. In no way are they related, but a little bit about writing. They both have really good content. And then you will be assigned to 5 different groups, and you guys get to, this is the paper that you're going to write together. So we'll select those groups. So that is, and then when you want to submit it, it's going to be through here, which is a Turnitin submission. Here's the Well Elder assignment, and I also made a video about that, so please just watch this video here and that'll go into detail about that. And then all the well elder submissions need to be put in through this section here, and that must all be completed by November 1st. These submissions go to your clinical instructor because they are getting some points for clinical points there. And just watch that other video. Skills-a-thon is coming up. That's on September 12th. And please come in full uniform. You'll either be coming in the morning or in the afternoon. It actually should say from 12 to 16:30 because we have an overlap of 1 hour there. So both groups are there between 12 and 1 o'clock to go over these things. So you are either in the morning or the afternoon. We're going to check some skills. This is a teaching environment or a learning environment, or it's not. We're just trying to see where you're at. And oops, many of you have just finished labor and delivery and peds and haven't been in the med-surg environment for a while, so we just want to put that back together. So it would be wise for you to go through all these things. The Skills-a-thon Speed Med Pass, this is important. We want you to be able to do this. We have sort of jumped things up a notch for you. Here's some more little videos that I'd appreciate you look at. They help you remember how certain things work. PO syringes versus a TB syringe versus a Carpajet or Solumedrol. These are all things we're going to come across if you haven't already. Your clinical groups, you've already had this notified to you, but here it is. Every clinical group has their own section. Let's go look in mine because it's easier, and your clinical instructors should be populating this. And mine just goes in and talks about patient assignment sheets and all the yada yada you need to do. There's this clinical skills and bedside tips. So there's some videos to watch here, some documents you can print out, how to look like you know what you're doing. This is a great thing to read before you go back into clinical. And the third semester toolbox, I like you to know that. Other instructors do as well. Labs, there's just some supplemental stuff for everyone to have a look at. Okay, you can even listen to heart, lung, and bowel sounds down here. So it's just some refresher and some resources for you. Clinical submissions and My Threaded Journal. Clinical submissions are what you're going to be submitting every week, and what you will be your instructors will go over this with you clinically, and these are where you submit them. So the first couple weeks you're only submitting journals, and then we start doing to our we call them PPWs, patient prep worksheet. And then My Threaded Journal, this is where you're going to be actually entering your journal in. And I'm going to go into more detail about how to do that because it's kind of tricky, but once you do it, it'll be just fine. Other things along here are actually how to submit your clinical document is right up here. So when it comes to submitting your journal, it's already here. I made it last semester, but it's exactly the same thing. So I'm going to leave this one up for you to know how to do My Threaded Journal. Information about hospice is here. And finally, the very last thing is simulation. And we can talk about that a little more when it actually comes up. But there are 2 dates. Just make sure you remember what dates you're supposed to be on campus for simulation. Everything is here for simulation. Everything you need to prep prior to sim lab. There's a few things to look at. So looking forward to seeing you soon. I hope you enjoy this class. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of knowledge to gain, and we can teach one another a great deal.